Unusual options activity. We're gonna go over this again because this is getting very interesting, including the trade that I've done. Now this is for August 8th summary. Of course it changes every single day. I just went and click here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a link below to 7 days trial for Market Chameleon. It opens all the premium features, but in order to get to the unusual option activity, you're gonna click just left click on the mouse, whatever that you have, and scroll all the way here to unusual option volume, okay? And it will open this basically this one, right? Okay, let me see again. Unusual option activity. Yeah, should be this one. Yeah, there we go. So in here, you just pick the last day. However, I haven't checked all the others, but I'm sure there's a lot to cover. What is this? 10-day look back? I'm not looking at that. There's just too much information. This app in this software, it's pretty amazing. So before we go over, because there's some interesting trade ideas that I want to show you, we're going to go over the quick disclaimer. As always, know that this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. And my name is Ziv, also known as Mark, as a finance after 40. And I've been partnering with Market Chameleon the last couple of months. With that being said, let's get started. Unusual option activities. So the last video that I've done, I talked about a couple of them. I'm gonna show you in a second, and even the ones that I haven't talked, but I filtered the way I did in the video. I'm gonna show you the not the result, but the progress. So first of all, I like to change, this is what I've started to do. I like to change by relative volume and go like the higher the better. And now, but that's just step one. Now, and then I'm gonna go to step two, and I'm gonna show you in a second what I mean by that, so you can play around as well. Let's make sure, yeah, it's all good size, so you can see. So 59 means that the average volume of option volume statistics. So usually you see this sticker ENOV. I don't know who they are. Enovis. Maybe you do. Doesn't matter. They trade usually there's nothing like 124 option volume on average. And yesterday it was like 7,000 plus, like 60 times more. Okay. However, so that step one, it's big. It's big. It doesn't tell us anything. It doesn't tell us if they bought calls, if they sold puts, if they sold covered calls. We don't know until we click. But the key for me is to check. So this is like step one. Step two, I'm checking this number, and I see barely 500 option change hands. Like net delta, positive, bullish, not change hands. Like there's extra like bullish of barely 543. I want to see a number. You see this 195k over I want to see over 100,000, over 100k in a certain direction, bullish or bearish. Ideally bullish because we market is going up, so that's what I like. So I'm gonna show you two options. We're gonna go over FNKO first of all. So this is what I saw yesterday after the market, like after the video is posted, during doing this exact strategy. So you see here relative volume 35 times more. So you see the average volume is 200 barely options, and then they traded like 8,000, 7,861. It's bullish, but like that means that yesterday FNKO, I assume they posted earnings. You see August 8th after market close, okay, 195,000 more option net delta for the bullish. That means that they are bullish FNKO. Now the price was around 8.5, something like that. There you go, 861. Corn price is 864, so it didn't move. But the option that I want to show you, let's see, implied volatility 130, it's up, but okay, so 100%. So if you click here, this is the key here. Then so you gotta understand, this is step one. Okay, so this is higher than like big major move, but I want to see 100k plus. Ideally bullish. I haven't checked bearish, but just ideally bullish. So I'm looking at 195k. It's bullish. It's over 100k, and then I'm checking what happens. Now it doesn't have to be with all the big guys. It doesn't have to be Amazon, Apple, Nvidia, Tesla. The money in options can be done on small market cap. FNKO is 460 million market cap. Now I'm not saying go do the trade. I'm just showing you unusual option activity. So if you click here, okay, market sentiment, FNKO, bullish. And this is actually a very nice part of market Chameleon. I haven't really noticed until yesterday. Explain this report to me, and if you click, it says bullish, start your guided tour. I mean, there's so much stuff on this platform. What is imbalance? What percentage of option delta volume is bullish versus bearish? It explains everything. It's absolutely madness that this platform is like 99 bucks a month. It should be, I don't know, a lot more. Anyway, so it explains everything like tutorial if you want to do it. It says bullish is the sentiment, 194,000 order flow on balance net option delta volume. Click here. Delta converts an option trade volume to an equivalent number of stock volume bought or sold. So 83% positive, okay. And then it tells you what's going on here. Option delta volume versus stock volume, 18%. Interesting. The option delta volume show as percentage of the stock volume. The higher the percentage, the more traders are using options rather than the underlying stock to make bets. High percentage can be, I've never read this before today, so I'm doing this now. High percentage can be an indication that you should pay attention to what is going on the option market. So I assume 18% is pretty good. So that's like 80%, 82% bought stock or sold stocks, and 18% of the stock itself was option trade. Interesting. Bullish pressure delta, positive 242,000 shares. Bearish negative 50,000. Bullish average price. What's that? This is the weighted average stock price of the bullish order flow traded by option, and bearish 854, 858. Okay, and you see here, this is like tells you everything you need to know. Everything is like green, and from here, from 100,000 green, we went to 200,000 green. And now this is the part that you can pay attention if you haven't already. Net delta 195, sold puts. So you see here, and bought calls and sold puts. So, but this is the trade. August 16 next week, 10 call. Now remember the price is 85, 864. Now I don't know if they either bought calls or did something else. Probably bought calls. I'm not sure. But I know, and then they did like this one maybe to balance, and they did the 10 put. I don't know what they did, but this is what I pay attention to, the 7.5 put, okay? And you see here sold puts 140, so this is like, I don't know, like 70,000 from that. So they sold 7.5 put, they collected the premium, and they assume that the price will not be below 7.5 and could be higher. The largest delta volume came from August 16, 10 calls with traders getting long 88,000 delta on a single option contract. So people are betting that it will be above 10. I don't know. And here they're betting maybe they sold, I don't know. They probably, I don't know. You see, bought puts. Maybe they sold puts. They either sold the 7.5 as I said, or they sold the 10. I don't know. And then they bought the 10. I don't know. It's not as dry as it said, but to me, the trade of the day that yesterday for me was selling puts. I haven't done because I don't own 100 shares of FNKO. I'm just still learning this unusual option stuff. But if you sell the 7.5 put, you basically either have 100 shares or more, or you want to buy 100 shares with less than 7.5 if it goes there, and you need either in Robinhood you need to have the whole amount, or in Tasty Trade you just need, I don't know, like 700 or something. Not a lot, not a lot, basically. But if it goes, if it stays, now it's 8.5. If it stays 8.5 above 7.5 and goes all the way over 10, because they're betting on 10, they can even sell it if it goes to 9. The option goes up. Man, it's a, I don't know. That's what I see. But the safer bet, at least for me, was that I haven't done, but just in case, was to sell the 7.5 put when the price was 8.5 and now it's 8.6, something like that, and earnings is already done. There's a week left. Can they go below 730 after a week, in a week after earnings already posted? Unlikely, but everything is possible. And if you see all is green, people are betting over $10. We'll see what we'll see. If you click trade ideas, see what we have. If you change this to any, I don't know if there's any trade ideas. No. So let me show you the second one. The second one, I actually took 2 trades on it, like 2 options. We'll see how it goes for next week. And it's this one, APPS. Again, not telling you to buy, not telling you to do anything, just showing you what I see on the screen. So Digital Turbine, they posted earning yesterday, market cap. You see, the small ones can fly. That's even though the big ones you see in NVIDIA flies like 300 billion every day lately. The market is not normal, as they say, or it is the new normal. I don't know. Comment below. But you see here 33 times relative volume, 32.9. So let's go to this one. It says average volume 1,100, like 1,000 a day. But yesterday it was 38,000. So almost 40 times more, 33 times more the average trading option volume. And this, look at this, bullish, okay? But 600,000 net delta, 600K average price. Yesterday was 178. I saw this in around 245, 247, I don't know. And I bought the calls, the 2.5 calls, and it closes the day at 288. I don't know what it will bring because there's still a week left. But I just did an experiment. It wasn't a big deal. I just throw $50 to take, I don't know. It's not for the money, it's for the experiment. And I bought for like 25 cents each. So $50 to see the 2.5. Other financial advisor, it can go below. But then it was just sitting there at 2.5. And eventually in the last hour or so, it went to 2.8 and closed at this price. Sure, it can go below 2.5 by next week, but I want to show you why I did what I did. So if you click here, and again, step 1, see that this is a lot higher than this one. Let's say go over just the first page, like over 10, over 11. There's no point of going 8 pages. Maybe if you want to dig deeper. And step 2 is to see the net delta is over 100K. That's for me. That's the process that I found myself, and ideally bullish. So you click on the word bullish in here. Okay, and if you click here and we show you the stock itself, you see it's up like 62% yesterday. Pre-market down 3.8. I don't know. It depends. You see the volume 70 million compared to 3 million. Something happened. I don't know the stock. I have no idea what they're doing. But if it goes, I don't know, to like $4 or something in a week, that's a good win. And that tells me that I follow the unusual option activity. That's all it tells me. Order flow and balance. So let me show you what happens here. 600,000, okay, 65 compared to 34. Not a lot of options, so people are buying the stock. Interesting, 2.9. Remember FANQ? FNKO was 18%. This is barely 3%. Bullish pressure 1.3 million compared to half of that. Bullish, okay, so this is the price, and this is all green. So that's good, but this is what I want to show you. Bought calls 1.23 million, 1.2300, a lot of net delta. And this is what I saw. Look at this. August 16, sorry, there's dogs outside. August 16, 2.5 calls, 600,000. Okay, yes, there's put, but the put is like 10% of this, like 55,000. Maybe they sold the put for, I don't know. Maybe it was a credit, I don't know, sold puts, so that's also bullish, you see? So that's something. Sold calls, okay, but it doesn't say the price. Bought calls, that's the goal here. Bought calls 1.2 million. net delta 600. So I just took this trade. I saw 600,000 on balance delta. I mean, that's all I see. It's not like all the rest is 50,000, 50,000. It's all around the 2.5 mark and 10 times more volume on the 2.5 calls. Now, sure, it could be a covered calls and it could be bearish unless you saw this one. It says bought calls 1.2 million. And if someone bought calls 1.2 million, 600,000 is 2.5. Yeah, I took the bet, 50 bucks, not a big deal. But let's see, the largest delta volume came from August 16, 2.5 calls. Traders getting long 600,000 delta on a single option contract. That is wild. That is pretty wild. Let's see, the net equivalent of 600,000 shares of stock. The largest bullish delta buying came from buying calls. Interesting. So people bought calls, people bought coins, and you see here small retail. That's probably me. I went here. 50 bucks is in here. 30,000. Regular retail 126, but it's all green. Professional 229, and large institutions. So someone is betting on green. That's all it is. It's all green. Small retail on balance delta. I don't know what this is, but that's interesting. It's all mostly green. And look at this graph. Net delta, there was nothing here. They posted earnings. Again, the run wasn't random. There was earnings. I read the earnings. I didn't understand something unusual. I don't know the stock. I don't know what they do. It doesn't matter. I'm playing this for a week, and I want to see more options. So in this video, I just want to show you like the way I start to do this process. Because again, because Market Chameleon has so many things to offer, they have the option trades, they have straddles, they have condors, they have naked puts, covered calls, they have put credit spread, dividend, earnings, you name it. You name it. And now I'm starting to see unusual option activity. So next week I'm gonna check every single day. I'm gonna put this extra in my morning routine to every single day. I think ideally is just to check maybe in the middle of the day. I don't know, because it updates not live, but every like 15 minutes delay, but still. It's ideally to check like maybe an hour before the close, because those trades, they're not for like tomorrow. So those trades are for next week. But still, that's my process. I'm not going over all the stock. There's a lot of options to check, and you can do so. You can go all over them if you want to play the option game. But I just saw that just caught my eye. I mean, it says 600,000 volume, and the goal is, I don't know, I think 300 million market cap can fly more than 300 billion or 3 trillion market cap, even though it's not the case, as I said lately, with all the Nvidia stuff that's going on every single day. It's trading Nvidia like a penny stock, and that won't end well, in my humble opinion. Anyway, Market Chameleon 7 days trial, link in the description below. If this was valuable, yeah, my name is Eve. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time.